Fairy Tale is back, and we start where we left off with Wendy and Celine popping out of nowhere. So Gray and Wendy then have a conversation real quick to know what's going on, and apparently I was wrong last week. Selena has not been freed of the lacrima yet. The whole reason why Wendy followed Selena was because the lacrima disappeared, and she thought if she followed Celine, she might be able to find it. Fortunately for her, Gray tells her that the lacrima was originally on Vernus's back, and then, when he turned into a human, it transformed with him. So Wendy basically realizes where Selena's lacrima is at that moment, which is good because now the two dragon gods are fighting. Gray and Wendy are generally surprised by the fact that they started fighting each other, because the two were about to team up to take on two dragon gods together, but then they remembered, oh yeah, the dragon gods hate each other. The problem is, if two dragon gods go on a rampage trying to kill each other, once they start getting serious, the amount of collateral damage is going to be unheard of. So, obviously, they need to stop these two now. Celine is the first one to make a move, and it actually surprises me because her spell requires an entire chant. That's extremely rare in Fairy Tale. Usually, you only need one word to cast a spell. I can only think of one time that you actually need an entire chant to cast a spell, and that is Lucy's Metronome, which she casts to hit you with like 88 celestial bodies, I believe she says. I could be off on the number, but the point is, that's really the only time I can actually think of someone actually reading out an entire chant to cast a spell. So, I guess this Celine spell is special? I say it might be special, but it doesn't seem like a finisher move because it doesn't, finish the job. It's more just an AoE attack where she fires Moonlight at Vernus. And he takes about as much damage from her as he did from Gray, so not really a finisher, but whatever. After doing her Moonlight attack, she then charges at Vernus. He then manipulates the ground because he already turned everything to gold, so he has the ability to alter its shape, turns it into a giant fist that punches Celine. It rocks her world, but she of course creates a portal like she always does and flies through it. And the exit of the portal is right under Vernus's feet, where she then immediately attacks him. He's able to block it real quick, so he either saw it coming, or he's just got insane reflexes, because she literally teleported, which means he's fast enough to block an attack that's almost instant. Gray and Wendy obviously care about Selena, and she's their friend, so they decide that they're going to fight with her. Gray's then given Dragon Slayer magic, thank God. He'd finally actually do something now. And the two charge at Vernus, telling Selena that they're there to help her. On top of the fact that Gray now has Dragon Slayer magic, he goes into his Demon Slayer form, and he actually starts to attack Vernus. I'm not sure if the attack did any damage, but Vernus seemed to react to it for the first time. He actually looked at the attack like, what the hell? I don't think Gray can beat a Dragon God. I don't think anyone can beat a Dragon God, but the point is, Gray at least now has a chance to take on Vernus. Plus, Wendy's about to do her thing. Wendy decides to focus on Selena, and Selena's getting pissed. She doesn't want Gray or Wendy getting involved in her fight. This is something that's very personal to her for some reason. And she's actually about to just blow Wendy away when Wendy activates the magic that Irene left her. It is unclear if this is all of Irene's power or just a piece that she was able to give to Wendy. I'm assuming it's just a piece that she was able to give to Wendy for the simple fact that if we compare it to where Urza is right now, if Wendy got all of Irene's power, she would technically be stronger than Urza right now. Because Urza just recently surpassed God Serena, so technically Irene's still stronger than her, but she's gotten really close at this point, which is why I don't think Wendy got all of Irene's power. I think she just got a percentage of it. I mean, 1% was already stronger than Wendy back at the beginning of the 100 Years Quest, so whatever percentage she has, she's got to be beefed up at the moment, and she is, definitely. We know this because with this power boost, she immediately pushes Selena back with her wind. Now that Selena's off balance, Wendy jumps into the air, and then Carla and Wendy kick off of each other, propelling Wendy forward, doing a sword horn, just like Natsu, into Celine. Well, her attack is called Sword Edge, which I'm assuming is the Sky Dragon equivalent to a sword horn, because it's literally just a headbutt, which is what a sword horn is. And yeah, it does do damage to Celine. She actually shows actual pain on her face. Of course, Celine is about to then kill Wendy after this, but Wendy has already discovered the problem. And what I mean by this is that she's already figured out how to free Selena's mind from the lacrima, because she figured out where the lacrima's at. She uses her enchantress magic to do separate, because the lacrima is inside of Selene's body, which makes perfect sense. That's where Vernus's lacrima is at. And when it's been separated from her, that is when Carla, who clearly was given Dragon Slayer magic from Wendy, shatters it. And the way she shatters it, she uses a named attack. We never see Carla use named attacks, because she doesn't use magic, other than flying and transformation. She's a martial artist. But apparently this move is called White Suns. And it's unclear if it has something to do with her arms, or is it just her flying. I'm assuming it has something to do with her arms, because the way they're positioned isn't natural. It doesn't look like she just flew through it. It kind of looks like she did kind of like a Tai Chi thing where you warp your hands around to flip someone. Point is, this is the second Lacrima destroyed, so all that's left are 3 more. Or maybe 4 if Darkagon is alive, because I still think that's where Ignil's going. Anyway, the next chapter should be a 3-on-1 versus Vernus. All they gotta do is remove his Lacrima as well. They don't even have to beat him. So as long as Selena and Gray can open up a window for Wendy, she just has to touch him, Lacrima comes out and they shatter it. Easy peasy. The real question is, will Vernus then die without the Lacrima because he was resurrected by it? Or is his body finally stable now that he's been resurrected? Guess we'll have to wait and see. But hey, if you enjoyed this video, subscribe, give it a thumbs up so you enjoy more Fairchild and other May things. Thank you and have a great day.